Hey guys, welcome back to Star Fox Assault. In this part, well, we're pretty much gonna go playing in the cold.
Oh.
Because we're heading off to Ficina once again.
Hey, Rob.
And this time they actually do call Ficina, unlike 64, which got that fucking wrong.
Did Zero make that mistake too?
Oh no, Zero didn't. In fact, Fortuna and Ficina were actually... That's like the only game that I know of where Ficina and Fortuna are in the same game together.
Well, looks like it's been out of order for quite a while.
Oh, Peppy, I missed your droll tones.
So the long and the short of it is that Ficina has a climate control center, because without it, this place is practically Blizzard Central 24/7. And
So it's Hoth?
basically, yeah.
If I can just get to the climate control center, we'll be okay.
And of course, you know, the asteroids are there mucking things up, and the whole climate control's out of whack, and we gotta go down and fix it.
Doing what they do. Oh, and if you're wondering, unfortunately, Seely is not able to join us for now.
She had to hibernate.
Yeah, she's having to take a little bit of a chill pill, take a cold. I don't know what all these words are. She'll be joining us hopefully later on, but for now she wanted to take a little bit of a small hiatus, but she'll be back soon.
Which is fair. I mean, I wouldn't want to be in these hazardous conditions either. Then again, it probably would be a little better than the alternative.
Affirmative. The climate control center is protected by a shield.
What? How oddly inconvenient.
So to get in, we have to turn that shield off first.
So how do we do that?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Well, luckily there's a couple of towers located nearby.
Take down the towers.
Overboard, Fox.
It's under control.
That's what you said last time.
And I love how he just throws away his only good pair of binoculars and just heads straight in.
Yes, binoculars. Yep.
Okay, Landmaster, so what's our mission today?
So for this mission, you're gonna need the Landmaster to take out all the generators in this vicinity. There's only 3 of them you have to worry about, so that checks out. And well, they all have a core that you have to blow up. Though that said, aiming for it is a bit tricky, just because, well, given the colder conditions, a whole bunch of ice has covered a good half of it up. But if you're like low enough, then you're good. You're pretty much good.
Okay.
So that's one down. Now we just gotta find the rest, and of course we gotta deal with the asteroid menace as we see fit. But you know, along with our good old blaster, we could just, I don't know, ram into them if we wanted to.
Okay.
It's always a ton of fun.
Understood, Slippy.
Yeah, the blizzard is sort of an inconvenience, but hey, that's why we have our radar. So yeah, all things considered, this mission here isn't too terribly bad. I mean, again, the towers are they are spread out, but there's only 3 of them, and well, assuming you can deal with the asteroids as they see fit, it's really not that hard.
Okay.
Except when you're dealing with the I don't know what those are, the armadillo variants, because those big shells aren't just for show. Like, they run into you, they can do some pretty serious damage to your Landmaster.
So, and I forget, I don't think I had asked, how does that work in the sense of, like, between different versions or different missions? Like, how do we get new Landmasters if they break?
Basically, whenever one blows up, Peppy will send in another one from a specific location. I don't think it's always the same, though.
Okay.
Then again, that's pure conjecture on my part. Like, usually I'm not in a situation where I get this thing blown up like 2 or 3 times per mission.
Alrighty.
Alright, one more down.
Also, random aside thought for James and everyone is that I was able to get my Premiere Pro working.
Yay!
Which means I can work on a special project later that we're not going to talk about. But for now, gosh, the draw distance is bad, even on the GameCube.
It's that darn Ficina fog.
Well, to be fair, considering the climate we're in, I guess it's at least expected.
Right. I don't know if we talked about that. What are your like favorite and least favorite levels we're in this game?
In this game specifically, I think one in particular we actually haven't got to yet, but I'll let you know when we get to it. It's actually on silver difficulty mode. It's actually kind of a tedious slog.
Is it possible to change the difficulty in the middle of a game?
No, you'd have to start the game over from scratch.
So does this game keep some of the arcadey, like you're in a route, you stick with it till you're done kind of thing that 64 had?
Yes. Although in Assault's case, like, the entire game is pretty much linear. Like,
There we
there's
go.
no branching paths or anything. You're going on a straight...
Oh.
Ah! Well, it's a good thing I didn't need that anymore. Run away!
Run away!
If the shield's down, can't we just get our R-Wings now?
We could, except our R-Wing isn't here. Honestly, it doesn't matter anyway, because the
Wait, if
climate
our
control
wing
center's
isn't
like
here,
right
how
here.
did we get here?
See anything that looks like an entrance near there?
That's true. How do we get in here?
Hold on. I do believe there is a convenient door right over there.
No. So okay, here I'll answer you. Hype. Well, you got me. By all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
Well, grounds, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but then, yeah, that was the point I was making, James. How did we get on the planet?
This should be it.
Oh, through the Great Fox.
Oh, we just kind of dropped in like freaking like Halo dived.
Basically.
And kaboom! The shield is down.
Blizzard averted.
That's the end of the blizzard.
Stupid weather station.
Don't you wish you had... You know, in all fairness, if we had something like that on Earth, then we wouldn't have to worry about catastrophic weather conditions ever again.
Falco, I'm fine.
Wait,
But
what
of course,
happened?
this...
Kitchen plan.
yeah, we
Oh,
tripped...
boy.
We tripped a...
Got an idea.
Got company.
The sentry bots
We
have
tripped
taken
a
liking to
security
it.
measure, and, well, here comes the cavalry.
Pigless work. I'm on my way. Hold on.
Yeah.
What are you standing there for, Fox? Run! Use your fire!
Use
Actually,
your blasters!
speaking- actually,
Shooting
hold up.
bang bangs!
Time
Use your
out.
foyer!
No, time out. Not on the counter, but just time out. Okay, I can understand where Captain Falcon gets his Falcon Punch in the lore that he's a boxer, especially the anime and all that, but
Sentry bots attack.
where the heck does Fox get his fire jump
This
thingy?
Firefox?
Daddy Sakurai.
By all accounts, it doesn't make sense. But,
Haha, I get it.
Oh well, back to business.
but yeah, no, that's a Smash exclusive thing.
Fox, your survival
Okay.
is priority.
I mean, considering when the game originally, when Smash came out, that was like when all we had was Star Fox, the original in 64, and
Heat Seeker.
well, the most we really knew of Fox back then was just when he was on his R-Wing. Like we barely if ever saw him outside of it,
Also,
let
I
alone
don't
with a
know.
blaster.
Also, I think I probably already asked. Are the tank controls, or not tank controls, but like the strafing thing, okay?
Strafing, the strafing works fine. It's more so the camera controls that take a bit of getting used to, especially if you're using a GameCube controller.
All right. Oh,
I mean, granted, if you're using
many
Dolphin and have
guardians.
have like one of those fancy schmancy PC joypads, it's actually not. It's actually a little easier just because you have a right thumbstick that's bigger than your
oh,
fucking pinky.
jeez. Open fire. Thanks.
So yeah, at this point we've taken care of the security bots we have to, and well, now we just gotta wait on Falco.
There he comes.
Here he
There
is.
he is.
Now just make a comfortable landing, or well, you can blow them up first.
Now, nice and
Oh boy.
oh.
Nailed it.
Wow, that was a flashy entrance.
Quit complaining and close
Haha,
the door,
fuck
will
you.
ya?
Dun-dun-dun.
Now we get to do a sequence that, by all accounts of the rules of aviation, make absolutely no goddamn sense.
Fox, you are not Sonic. You can't just do this.
Not a problem.
Well, we're gonna.
Axe Tornado
Get out your
away!
blaster and take care of our admirers, will you?
Why not use the R-Wing blasters, which are 10 times as powerful?
Yeah. I love how out of all the oddities and impossibilities in this entire Devil Dam franchise, this is the point that James nitpicks at.
Making house calls, Fox.
Also, I'm sorry, I love this. Like, freaking. Yeah, come on, Fox. I mean, I could totally just use these R-Wing blasters that have this twin laser beams and all that, but I mean, this is just way more fun.
Someone on the ground's locked on.
I got-
I mean, I approve of having a surrogate gun, but hey, do some of that work yourself, you
Right, like this would have been so much cooler. I'm sorry, I'm nitpicking this. I'm saying this would have been so much cooler if like Falco was shooting while you were shooting, and like sure, like he sure.
They kinda got a lock.
Okay, in all fairness, what I was trying to do there is that if you accidentally shoot the pilot's R-wing or shoot Falco's R-wing, he will make a snide at you for it. Though in that case, it was just when he was doing a
Another
plot
voice
important
trigger.
cutscene. So yeah,
Rats. But I'm just saying, like, this would, I mean, this could totally, oh, there's Crystal. I was like, this would be, not that Crystal, but the actual person Crystal. different crystals. But there's okay. But like, it would be cool if like Falco was also shooting, because like it would make sense, because like you could like take out the people who are locked on and in his like blind spots and stuff. But like Falco shoots something.
I'm not sure if this is possible in the multiplayer mode, but if it is, then wow,
That'd be cool.
that'd be pretty sweet. Now, here's something that this section brings up that you don't get to use anywhere else: the plasma cannon. It is literally the most overpowered weapon in the entire game, and they're only reserved for these flying on the wing of your R-wing sections.
Well, that was kind of a thrill.
Oh, Slippy, your voice sucks.
Nah, I think in that case it was fine.
But,
He was not proud. He was not proud of his little moment there.
It's finally starting to catch up with him, that in puberty. But also, can this gun like overheat? Is there any drawback to this thing?
Nope. It's auto fires. There's no recharge point at any point. It's downright broken.
Okay. Matt, have you ever
Honestly, if you got to use this
oh,
outside of our wings,
Real
this thing
quick.
would literally be a game breaker.
okay, you first.
Yeah, but that being said, I don't know if you heard me, but these sections, when you're on the R-wing shooting stuff, you implied that there was more than one of these. How many are there in total, counting this one?
There's only one other one after this.
Okay. Matt, have you ever played any of the multiplayer of this game? Because I haven't.
I have never played this game.
Did you say you never heard of it? Period.
No, I've heard of it. I've definitely
will-
heard of the game. I just never played it.
I'll say that.
Seen it.
I'll say that just in case I need to reiterate it. I'd heard of this game, but I didn't know it actually had a campaign. I'd heard of it and thought it was kind of like Star Wars Battlefront, or like the original Battlefront, where like,
Fox, these guys are all
gosh
damn
dang it, did it again.
Oops, I did
Oh my
it
god,
again.
I did it again.
I did see the line of you fool. No, but okay, now do it one more time. Oh, okay, maybe later. But okay, here we go. No, gotta think it over first. But I thought this was like the original Star Wars Battlefront, where it was like it was just multiplayer and that was it. Then no, there's a whole story to it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like I said before, that was the original intention for this game, but they decided to actually make it a full-blown Star Fox game later on in development. Oh, and it looks like we're done.
Fox, those bots seem suspicious, so I checked them out, and they were aperoids.
Gee, what was your first clue, Slip?
They can make robots now.
Aperoids must be able to take over other machines.
Wait, then you wouldn't call them apero.
Oh, there he is.
Wait, Pigma's
Announcing himself like a goddamn Batman villain.
Pigma's behind the Aperoid invasion?
He's helping in it, yes.
It's been infected by the aperoids.
You dirty swine.
Ha!
I got it. Swine. Funny.
But yeah, no, like, I think we've mentioned before in the beginning, the Aperoids are essentially the Borg of this game.
Ah.
Yeah, I
I hope we get to see. Does that mean we get to see Pigma become a half like cyborg thing?
More on that in the next part.
Wow, really?
Okay. That'll be so cool.
Devil
You'll
damage.
see. It's actually kind of Nine-Year Fuelish in a sense.
Oh crap! We left our. Okay, thank God the R-wing.
Now we got our R-Wing.
Wait, if it was as easy for R-wing to teleport, never mind. Let's just destroy this weird like metabite looking thing.
Yeah, so this part's a bit interesting in that in order to take this thing out, you have to launch smart bombs into its core, and its core is pretty narrow.
Isn't the core the thing that is currently shooting out enemies and deadly laser beams?
Yes.
Ah, fun.
Thankfully, they don't do that. They're not too obnoxious with that. They only just do that in spurts. So you have plenty of chances in order to take it out. Well, actually, okay, no, you don't just need smart bombs, but they do help.
I was gonna say, it's what's troublesome is that these freaking little enemies act like meat shields.
Yeah. No, they're tiny little meat shields, so it's nothing too bad. I would say this is probably a little. I don't think they shoot as many in bronze difficulty, but don't quote me on that.
All right, we're almost there.
God, look at all this. Look at all this bomb surplus I'm getting.
Yay! Is there a limit to bombs like there was in the original?
Look at all these little critters flying about.
If I had to guess, there probably is. I don't know what the limit is though.
I think the original was like 5.
5 or 6, give or take.
But you had to like
On it,
upgrade
Debbie.
it, didn't you? Or
No.
Oh no, I don't think. Oh no, I think I'm thinking of health. I think I'm thinking of health refills.
Yeah, your health overall with the gold rings.
Yeah.
And of course your blaster.
It looks like the hatch opens after you defeat some
I don't know what reason you'd have to upgrade your smart bombs though, because they already pack a wallop.
Mm-hmm. Oh jeez.
God, just look at how much this thing is just spewing.
Almost there.
And it's done.
Give it a sec for the cutscene to kick in. There.
I don't feel so cold. By the way, that was one of the support. I think that was one of the support towers that were used in stabilizing the control climate center thingy.
Really?
So yeah.
The climate control center generator is undamaged.
Well, that's a relief.
Looks like all the operates are gone too.
Hooray!
Fox.
You sound excited, Crystal.
To be fair, this is rather tiring work.
Machines are machines.
That it is.
Those without strong wills can be easily turned to evil.
No, that actually does remind me of something I kind of wanted to bring up in terms of the voice acting. Actually, before I do, is anything important about to happen, just to make sure I don't interrupt anything?
Nothing. That sounds like someone I know, that's all.
And that's about it. Ooh, pretty lights.
Well, basically...
Actually, no, never mind. This is what's happening.
What?
He's being mind-controlled in his sleep.
No, I won't turn a profit by obeying them.
Yeah, he's fucked. Anyway, what were you saying, Hype?
I was talking about how, like, we were kind of making jabs at the voice direction in this game, how it's kind of like, it's trying to sound a little bit more subdued and mature, but at the risk of it sounding kind of bland and generic. To be fair, I wouldn't really, like, hold it against it, because if you really think about it, that's kind of a similar voice direction that A Fox in Space is going for, and yet you don't hear people give that the similar flack.
I guess it's overall the tone of Fox in Space. So like a Fox in Space, the tone just feels a lot more chill. Like there was only like one little fight that lasted like 20 seconds in the beginning of the episode 1, where it's really been based. It's Fox in Space seems to be going more for the tone of the character interactions as opposed to all the big combat and fighting, as this is.
That is a good point. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I still like the voice work in this game. It's just that I can agree at some points it's needlessly chill. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Next part, we're actually going to be doing a double beefer. Till next time, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.